every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile back on my mama's face. Yeah.
Was there ever a time when you was younger that you was messing up and got in trouble and stuff like that, or no, you was just on a straight path?
Like for me,
there was somebody looking out for you, like, no, don't go this route, like maybe older people around or something like that?
For me, the biggest thing, like I tell people all the time, man, like I didn't have, like I know people like the common saying, especially with single moms, is like they need some type of male figure there to help
I don't believe that, but.
And so like for me, you know, not delving too much into details, but like every male figure that I had in my life, I kind of grew up saying I didn't want to do the things that they did. So like I always kind of looked at things as going the opposite of what I saw. So you know what I mean? And it's no like knock on them. I think, you know, as you get older, you understand everybody has their own struggles and like what they go through and how it affects them. But for me, like having a twin brother, I think saved both of us, because anytime like we was close to doing something that the other one was like, man, you tripping. Nah, like we're not doing that. So for the most part, like stayed on the straight and narrow, like with school. Like we were talking about before we jumped on, my mom got hurt on her job when I was 5 years old. She got in a car accident. My mom was a nurse at Rockland Psychiatric Ward, and the coworker that was driving didn't have a license, so she couldn't. So she's driving, you know, she gets in a car accident. My mom ends up having 12 knee surgeries, can't work again. So collecting disability, my mom was always at the house. So her number one priority became her boy. So whenever you messed up, like, for instance, quick story, in 8th grade, you know what I mean, I was at the age where you want to wear the do-rag to school, like, so my mom used to be like, I don't want you wearing that do-rag when you get out of this house. And
was that Dipset era?
Yep. And I used to be like, yeah. So I put the do-rag in my pocket.
The baggy jabos.
Walk to the bus, get to the bus stop, and throw the do-rag on. Good. So one day, Jay was finishing a project, so my mom dropped him off at school. So as she's dropping him off, I'm getting off the bus. So I got the do-rag on, getting off the bus. So this is what I say, though. My brothers, we all have always had each other's back. My older brother, as soon as I walk in the house, he's like, yo. And my older brother sounded like DMX. And he was like, yo, she saw you with the do-rag on. Bro, don't lie. Just take it. Yeah. Saved me. And my mom set it up for her. She's like, hey, you wore that do-rag to school today, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, you know, I made it. And like, because she was just always there, like, and I think that's how God works sometimes. Like you might think like, all right, I could get away with this. Yeah. And like my mom just happened that day that I did it to see it, to be like, all right, man, like don't do that again. Like it's going to get ugly.
Right.
But was your mom like a Claire Hustable, or who else would we add?
My mom, I know exactly what you mean. My mom had that look to her that you would think that.
She gave you that look.
And like, my mom, like one day she was on the phone, my brother's dribbling the basketball in the house, and she talking calmly, and she just swing at him. He just happened to dodge. She knocked my older brother out.
Cicely Tyson.
My mom always told us, she was like, as a mom, if you don't get in your boy's face before they get too big, she's like, there's nothing you can do. So my mom constantly struck fear in us from kids all the way up until she was like, now you got to be your own man.
But also like, as a woman, and like meeting you guys, and like the way you guys, you know, present yourself, your mannerisms and things like that, like you can see like the respect and the morals that she instilled in you, and that you carry with you, like from the way that, you know, like I see you and random people you don't even know, you're opening the door for the woman, you know what I mean, and things like that, and it's like you stop and see. You know what I mean? Like, I watch certain things. It's like you stop and see who's behind you. Like, you don't think you're bigger than, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you're like the average person.
And I tell people that because, like, most of my life, like, that's what I was. That's what I believe that's what I am. But I think, you know, any type of success on a football field, I think people see me differently. But, like, I've never seen even here, like, I was a first-round draft pick, and, like, that's a big deal. But, like, for me, like I told y'all, the only reason I got to college was because my brother. So, like, when I got to college and, like, they sat us in the room and you sat in the order of where you were, I was a 7th string safety, like 7th string. Like, they gave me number 39. Like, I was a bum. So like I always keep that mentality. Like it just can't leave.
Was you carrying the rookie bag?
I wasn't even going on trips.
Yeah,
I was at the crib.
He wasn't even suiting up.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't suiting up. So you was 7th string.
When I first got to school. Yep.
Safety though, but you was a safety in college.
So
put you a cornerback.
So I was a safety when I got there. For one, I didn't want to go to college and play safety. I played safety in high school, but like I said, I was 155 pounds. Like, I don't want to go to college play safety. 155 pounds. Yeah, like I'm too small.
Yeah.
So my sophomore year, I'm looking at the depth. I'm like, we had these 2 safeties that both ended up getting shots in the NFL. I was like, well, I ain't gonna play over them. I was like, damn, but some corners are leaving. You know what? I'm gonna switch myself in the spring. And I just moved the corner. And when the coaches came back, like I was doing good. So they left me there. And, you know, my redshirt sophomore year, I ended up starting opposite my brother for 2 years in college, which was kind of the best 2 years of college for us.
That's crazy.
I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile back on my mama's face.